Hello, mother. Back at it again with a nice race recap video. So, as you might have noticed, I've been in London for the last week, and I actually did a race this Sunday at the T100 London edition. And it was a good race. So that's why I'm smiling.
Let's go.
Yeah, so as you might have not noticed, it's been kind of a tough year, tough 6 months. And yes, I've been a bit depressive, as some of you have noticed. But that's because it's my life, this thing. And it means a whole lot to me. And I'm very emotional as well. And I think that's fine to be emotional. So when I then do well, as I did today with a third place, then all of a sudden the struggles you've been through and the injuries you've been through does not really mean that much to you anymore, because it's actually worth it. So leaving here in the morning, it's 2 o'clock start local time, so it's kind of an awkward time. You just have to eat a lot for breakfast. I slept in. That was really nice. And then I ate a whole lot sugar for breakfast. Just got carved the up. And then I actually just enjoyed the morning. Spent some time with Laura Madsen and Tor Bendix. Nice people. And from there, it was just about like getting ready. I watched some Olympics. What did we watch today? We watched Simone Biles gymnastics. She's a legend. Holy shit, she's cool. So that was it was a nice way of like getting motivation for today. And I had the last talks with Coach. He's here with his family as well, so I've enjoyed it a lot. And we agreed that a top 10 would be nice. Top 5 would be a dream. So yeah, that was kind of the mindset for today. I would we put out the tactics and what I had to focus on and all that stuff. And then it was just about packing up my stuff, getting ready, and Jensi, he did the bike, and everything was ready to go. Rolled down to the race venue. It's just 200 meters from here, so it was quite easy. Racked the bike. It was cool, seriously. It's the first time I've done a triathlon with an indoor transition zone. No, it's actually not. But it was cool. It was cool to try, and also you could really feel there was a lot of people there. That was nice. It's cool when there's just a good atmosphere and a lot of people cheering and all that stuff. Warm up went well. Got the heart rate up a little bit. Did some strides and so on, and then I went to the toilet for last time, and yeah, and then it was about race time. And from there, it was just getting ready and all that stuff. Sitting in the athletes' lounge is kind of a funny atmosphere. Everybody's nervous, and you handle pre-race differently. Got lined up. I had spot number 8 next to Leon. And who else? Who was on my right? I can't remember. Leon was there. Always nice to race with Leon. He's a beautiful guy. The most beautiful guy in triathlon. And then the start went, and I had a horrible start. That was terrible. I can't really remember what happened to the first buoy, but I think I was almost dead last. I just tried to stay calm and work my stroke. Found myself picking up some spots until the Aussie exit. Jumped in again after the Aussie exit. and I think I picked up a couple of spots more. Still felt pretty good. So got out of the water in what, sixth position?
Somewhere in there.
I have no clue, but it was close-ish to the front. Jumped on the bike and just made sure, basically, that was my game plan for the whole race, to try and stay in the first 5 positions on the bike. Just do a strong effort. It was a very technical course, so we had to go out of the aero bars a lot to kind of adjust and take corners, and there was a bunch of speed bumps and stuff, 180s we had to do. So it was, for once, a very good bike ride, actually. It was very dynamic. A lot happened, and I'm 100% sure there was a lot happening that I was not aware of. Often we are the ones who get the least amount of info when we are racing. So I think I have some catching up to do watching the replay. It was just about being as aero as possible, riding as fast as possible in the corners and stuff, without taking any risks, getting your nutrition in, and staying positive. That was my focus, being present. And that went really well in terms of being present. That's actually, and focused. It's probably the best race overall I've done. So that was nice. Yeah, I got a solid 70 Ks in without any mistakes until my chain fell off. And then I thought, this is horrible timing. Try to stay cool. Obviously, there's adrenaline pumping and all kinds of stuff. That was a good thing about being, I think, was in third position on the bike at that point. So we were, I think, 6 or 7 in the lead group, and so I got off the bike, put the chain back on, and obviously you are all like shaking and stuff because of adrenaline and what's happening around you. So it was just about making sure to kind of just put the chain on as efficient as quick as possible without making any mistakes, and I did that pretty well. Jumped on again, and then I tried to pick up, kind of get back into the back of the group, and I just got to the back of the group as we entered T2, and then I was like, I lost some valuable seconds, so I was like, why not run without socks? And that was a good investment, because I got out with Magnus, just behind Magnus. Sam Laidlow, he did an awesome race in total, and had like, I think, 2 minutes into T2, around that. Obviously, I thought like he would be completely cooked after his Ironman effort a couple of weeks ago, and also rumors had it that he was a bit injured. So I think nobody really paid too much attention on the fact that he went away on the bike, to be honest. And then we had the Carl Smith, the most beautiful man in triathlon, kind of leading the group into transition, I guess, and also leading the group out of transition. And the usual suspects of like Yuri Koilen, Fred Funk, a new face actually returning to the T100 PTO races, Max Neumann. Everybody thought he was gone. All of a sudden he's here. It was really good to have him back, smiling, and Rico. I love that guy. He's nice. Even though he have a very exotic name, he's actually German. But he grew up close to Denmark. Did you know that? He's from Leipzig. And there was also some other guys in that group. Yeah, so I got out of T2 just behind Magnus, and worked well with him on the first lap. Jumped across to Fred. Obviously, I will give a huge kudos to Magnus. If it wasn't enough that he's a like beautiful soul, beautiful man, very kind, then he's also, his sportsmanship is through the roof. It's kind of annoying actually. Like he's so fucking cool. He's entering legend status in my book. Because he was like offering me all kinds of shit, like nutrition and cooling and all stuff, and I was like, mate, come on, you also have a race to do. But at that point, I think he was just like Roth. Obviously, he did a world record a couple of weeks ago, so that might be in the system just a little bit. Um, yeah, back to him later. But Magnus, you are so cool. I am, yeah, I lost for words. Seriously, you're also annoying. Uh, yeah, so I jumped across to Fred and Rico, and found myself in third spot all of a sudden. And I tried to divide the run up because it's like 18 Ks. It's freaking horrible. It's an hour all out effort. Just imagine that. Like you have to suffer. You've suffered for 2 hours and change, and then you have to suffer like for the last time for 1 hour. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to divide this one up in like it was 6 rounds of 3 Ks. So I was like, it's gonna be 10 minutes, and I did that session a couple of weeks ago. 3 times 10 minutes in like hard effort, but manageable effort. So I was like, I'm gonna do that just without break in between, and then I'm gonna do 3 times all out effort without any break in between. And that was basically what I did, and that worked well. And I didn't catch Kyle and Sam, but today I actually don't really care. I felt like that was an insane win personally. Yeah. Uh, so that was really cool. It was nice to have so many people cheering along the course, and like London really came out today, and huge atmosphere. I loved racing here. Every person on the T100 circuit enjoyed this race for the atmosphere, and the people cheering and everything. So huge kudos to you, London. And yeah, reaching the finish line. Obviously, my main man Kyle decided to block all the views for my sponsors. They pay an insane amount of money. Actually, I am kind of overpaid, I guess, because I think he's maybe jealous. I don't know. What do you think, Mitch? Usually he's actually a nice guy, but he decided just to block the view, standing in the middle of the screen, but welcoming me across the finish line, because obviously he knows a bit about how fucking horrible I've felt the last 6 months. So that was really nice, and that shows how good of a friend he actually is, also outside the sport. And that was just emotional, to be honest. You know, I crossed the finish line in kind of disbelief that I had that race, because obviously having the chats this morning with coach, I didn't really believe that I was capable of actually pulling that off. I didn't believe I had the strength yet, and I was also kind of fine with that fact, because I know there's so many things we have to work on to actually being what we would call fit. So that was just a huge win. And then, there was a lot of the female professional athletes there, the whole T100 crew and everything, like everybody's cheering, and coach and his family was also there. That was really nice to give them a hug. Went and congratulated Sam as well on his performance. That was huge. And then we did the interviews, and all of a sudden during the interview, I actually realized how, yeah, what it actually meant to me. Because I'm the only one who, since I moved to St. Moritz, my girlfriend was in Tokyo, coach was in Denmark, Mitch was in Denmark, my family is Denmark / Zurich. So a lot of those sessions I've done on my own, and obviously it's not fun to, as I spoke about before, it's not fun to. Uh, it's not fun to be injured, and it's not fun to do sessions that where the body hurts, or and I was alone. I was alone for that. Um, uh, and then all of a sudden, you have that kind of belief that you can come back, and you work towards a comeback. And this morning, I didn't really believe that I actually belonged here. So that all of a sudden just made me kind of emotional, because it is tough to be an athlete sometimes, where if you have a period of time where you can't really compete, and when you compete, then you are either injured or you crash. That you can make fun of it and jokes about it, but in the end of the day, it hurts you, and it's tough, because it's your life, or it's my life, and it's my dailyhood. It's everything going on, and if I didn't have that family I have, and girlfriend I have, the friends I have, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today, because it takes a lot of like backing, emotional, and also just support in general to be able to keep going and believe in that shit. And luckily, I have a lot of friends and a lot of people who supports me. So that all of a sudden just came up in the interview, and it's also what makes it worth it. When you have those days where it clicks, and obviously now I also feel like I want more. I'm really satisfied of the fact that we are here in the shape, and with the ability and capability to actually perform with the amount of training I've done. So that's obviously, that brings a huge amount of confidence, that I didn't have before this race. And I really felt like out there, I do fucking belong here. And that was really nice to feel again, because that's a long time since I felt that the last time. So now, because I did well, we are going to have merch on the way. So in the comment section, you can all comment what kind of merch you would want. No, actually, we're not going to do that. Sorry, not at all. Because actually, I just want the merch I wanted to wear myself. I hate that kind of merch that looks ugly and you don't want to wear yourself. So we're going to make some freaking awesome stuff for you guys and for myself. It would be kind of cool just to have your own clothing brand in some way. So that's what we're going to work on. In the meantime, you know it. What dreams are made of. Keep calm, strike hard. See you on the other side. Ciao, ciao.